So, ladies and gents, hope you're all good. Hope everyone is doing well. So this is QuantFX. This is your model, my G. I'm gonna try to explain it as simple as possible, and then the moment we do our sessions, boom, go in much more depth. There's not a lot of things to go in detail about because I'm gonna explain most of it here, but just for you to get an understanding. So you did mention to me that 2 p.m. to the rest of the day, that is when you are basically looking for trades, but I decided I'm gonna basically teach you model 1.2 and model 1.1 and my exact times so that you can see, and I'm gonna give you example of model 1.2 and 1.1 of today because today it happened. So simple. I'm not gonna go into explaining model 1 and 2 too much because I did explain it in the in the one-on-one group, right? So that is where you basically going to understand model 1 and 2, right? Model 1 and 2 is from 4 hour to the 15-minute time frame. So basically I'm not gonna throw it out. What we want, we mark out our high and low of our CRT, then we are looking for our 15-minute candle to take out that high, and then you look for the very next 15-minute candle to sweep this one, the 15-minute candle, and then pushes towards the downside. It's entry model number 1. And if you do not get model 1, and then it's example gonna look something like this. Do not get model 1, the market comes back into your range and go out of your range again, and then you're gonna look for entry model number 2, then which is basically any 15-minute turtle swoop that you get towards the downside, right? So today US30 actually gave us that. Going on to US30 15-minute time frame, how I took this trade basically. So I marked out my 4 hour. Let me do this. Right, so as you can see, I did mark out my 8 a.m. 4 hour. On some brokers or in TradingView, you will get 7 a.m. right? So it's either going to be 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. right? 4 hour candle. Marked out my high, marked out my low. Then after that, I went on to my 15-minute. Actually, I went on to the 1 hour, and then I looked for a MSNR, Malaysian SNR. Like I said, I did explain to you all, and you did get it here. So what that means is that if I do get the 15-minute candle that takes out my 4 hour high and low, and another 15-minute that takes out that 15 minutes high, and also go to this 1 hour SNR, then it would have been a very nice trade, seeing the market basically took out a key level and then moving towards the downside, but it didn't happen like that. So going on to the 15-minute time frame, I basically saw, let me do this. So you can see market was moving perfectly. So this candle right here, let me remove this, all of these things, removing all of these things, right? You see this 15-minute candle right here happened at 12:45. It opened 12:45 and closed at 1, this candle right here. And the very next candle, which is the 1 p.m. candle, took out that high. So like I said, this high needs to get swept and close below. Basically this high needs to get turtle swooped, and then we look for entry the moment this candle closed. So model number 1 you would have gotten right here. This is model number 1, and I target all the previous basically the previous lows, whereas you're supposed to target the 50%. Let me do this. Okay, I don't have the 50% marked out here, but the 50% would have probably been about, let's just say this is the 50%, right? So you're supposed to have like two TPs, which is the 50% TP1, and then main TP, which is the low of your 4 hour candle. But I use all of these lows. It happens right here. You see, here's this low, and then here's a fair value gap right here. So I just use that sometimes, or I use this MSNR key level right here.